Yo, what is going on, guys? It is the Barboosh, and today is going to be an educational video. We are on the new patch, and what that means is there's no boots, right? So, what is the new meta? Is set still OP? We're here to figure all that out. So today's gonna be like my first real upload. I'm gonna let him have this. And we're just gonna go secure the other ones. Hopefully they will have blink. So he missed it. Let me juke back real quick. Juke that too. So we're laning against Athena and Giannis, which is in terms of matchup. Set doesn't really come that incredibly strong until around level 5. Level 3 is a good power spike for him. He gets a good fight right there, but level 2 to 1 usually he has a good box, but in terms of abilities, all he has is a slow. His auto attacks is 3 damage, which are all pretty good. Typically I want to go beads on set. Blink is good on him, but I would say, in terms of level 5, which is his strongest power spike, you definitely want beads, because you don't want to get interrupted in that level 5 power spike by CC. So if played correctly, level 5 should almost always guarantee you a good kill, possibly. Let me see right here. I'm gonna try to possibly gank this guy. He'd have to push up a little bit, and hopefully he probably has beads. He's in a spirit form right now, which is pretty dangerous. Looking at the mid lane, I see some potential. That is unfortunate. Okay, so I was thinking about invading right, but the Baron is heavily outpoked, so I'm not gonna really do that. Put a ward here because Thana cleared red, so he could be in this side of the map, depending on how he pathed. So I want to clear my right jungle, as Thana Osiris is not something I really want to contest at all. My first choice of item is probably going to be Crusher. You definitely, like I said, want to make big use out of the huge power spike that Set gets at level 5 with that ultimate. And things that are going to make use of that is something like Crusher, which is going to amplify your ability damage with a base number. I'm pretty sure it gets procced. I secured one of those, pretty nice. It gets procced. I'm gonna say enemy missy. No, whatever. I'm pretty sure they saw that. These are good players. Gonna be careful here in mid. I don't have any mana. I want to stay till I get this Crusher. Nice. Pretty close to it in terms of gold. So, looking right here, the Crusher is going to be online. I'm back here. Pick that up. I could get a health pot or a ward. That's completely gonna be found out at the situation which one I regretted picking up. Both are useful at this stage of the game. Looking at this solo lane right now, I know the best potential for a kill is going to be this Apollo. So they do. They might have a ward here. No, he picked up both kills. I'm gonna hug the left. Okay, so Thana is right there. We got vision on him. I definitely would want to hug the left side. I'm gonna pick up this chalice because it's only 150 gold and it's gonna stay with me the entire game, even at level 6. It's pretty useful. And I'm gonna go clear my... Okay, so I just heard Thana go on the air right side and make sure she's not landing on me. Oh, good ult. So right here, I'm gonna assume... Get that guy. An easy trade. I hear him. He's on the blue. I'm gonna assume that he has scythe, right? Okay. That's fine right here. So now my cooldown. Yeah. He might be able to kill him. Nah, he gets out. That's highly unfortunate. That's a bit my fault. I almost played that correctly. So if you saw what I did right there, the what's his name? The Odin rotates. He hits me with the slow. I beads the stun. He hits the 2 and he's in enough proximity for the 2 to just kill me. I 180 turn to slow him, which immediately he realizes that he's not going to be in proximity after pops because of the slow, which I'm pretty sure the Crusher actually deleted the shield too. So he jumps, I instantly sidestep it. But unfortunately, Thana follows through and just blinks, hits me with that scythe to clean me off. So right here, I could look. He's not calling out enemy ultimate down, so this is a good player. Both of these soul laners, I'm pretty sure, are good players. So if there was gank potential right there, he'd call it out, saying enemy ultimate down. So they're gonna gank left lane. I'm gonna look back here at this Osiris one more time for a potential gank. So he I don't want to get landed by his ult, right? Like when he ults away, I don't want to instantly teleport and get hit by that because that's a possibility. This guy in solo can't really follow through with me, but because I have the Crusher, which is a lot of damage. If Osiris held his 3 in lane, so this Osiris is actually a solo lane. Oh, I'm sorry, mid lane main. If the Osiris played that a little more correctly, such as the way he plays laning phase, if he had his 3 held up right there when he ults over the wall, also he could have had the option to ult just through tower into tower, which I still would have chased him. But if he had his 3 up, I would have given him like like more survivability. If he had beads, it's really those ganks type of ganks are about soul lane knowledge, and just knowing that he doesn't have that soul lane knowledge. I'm pretty sure I don't have that soul lane knowledge to the point where macroing that well could keep you from getting ganked by someone like me. Soul lane is just a really complicated role. Right here in ADC, free kill. They're probably going to kill him. Ardio gets caged. Instead of really helping... Okay, his scythe is going to be up. Yeah. I'm going to slow this guy just a little bit. Thana might have blink on me. So I'm not really gonna. Oh man, Odin. Right there, what I really would have liked to happen, unfortunately, is the Ra throwing his 3 down. Even if I get like Odin caged, this guy has both Crusher and Beat 6, so he's really powerful, that Thanatos. But yeah, what I really would have liked is that Ra throwing his 3 on me, which would have gave me enough survivability to kind of beat the Thana in a trade, because even if I ult, the Thana does have the burst to kind of just 100 to 0 me. And the ways I could have counteracted that is getting something like a Shifters to beat a Thana in this trade. But I think that the items that I have right now are pretty powerful enough to help me make more of an impact on the other stages of the map. While when it comes to Thana, all I really have to do is just make sure he doesn't have his scythe, and I could beat him in a trade pretty easily. Or force his ult, because he has no cooldown. That's a free kill. You see, like, if I get the Shifters, there really isn't burst like that for me. I mean, there is if I go the Shifters Crusher, but again, I'm also valuing the heavy cooldown here. There's other utilities besides just one kit dump, and there are certain situations where you do want to go into a kit dumping type of playstyle. Having the Jotuns on set just means I have more farm potential. For one, I get to rotate around more, use my teleport to farm a little bit quicker. It means I have my ult up more often. And and in fights, you know, set definitely can get 2 rotations of that one, which are going to make a big deal in terms of like damage output. So this guy's probably going to get executed, right? That means Thana's going to reset his cooldowns. Nice. So I'm out of mana. Just looking around a little bit right here. I do got this Baron's pot to pop. We're gonna do gold here. I'm gonna let them start gold while zoning just a little bit, making sure. I mean, the only thing that can steal it here is Apollo ult, so we definitely want to like wait for this Ra to get it here. So that's why they don't really get on it right away, because for one, it's secured once the Ra gets there. It doesn't really matter what the situation. Nothing in the situation can really change that much. So I get the mids first and all that. And I'm going to clear these backs. Let him clear them, because I'm going to one-shot the red once he gets here. And I don't really have a lot of mana either, so. But notice I'm not backing. I have a lot of gold. This next item, which is going to be an interesting pickup, right? So I'm going to tell you what I'd normally go versus what I'm going to go, because I want to give you guys the same options. Normally here I'd go probably a Shifters, right? But because I'm on such a snowball, I'm going to go Bloodforge. But keep in mind, in most situations, you're not going to be where I'm at, which having 2 levels on this other jungler. And they also don't have a lot of hard CC or like hard damage, you know, bruiser damage, right? So like I don't really need to get the Shifters into this type of composition, I feel like. And especially because I'm snowballing right here, I don't really need it. Feel like I need it. I'm gonna see what this Apollo is gonna do first. I want him to land because I want to guarantee a kill on that. So yeah, gonna get a kill on him. Pop that Bloodforge. Kill him. Have my 3. Move around a little bit. Possibly force this guy's ultimate. I'm going to chase him right here because I'm going to force his ultimate. Nope, I guess I'm going to kill him. That just comes from this huge amount of damage that I have right now with the Bloodforge, the Crusher, and the Jotuns. And this is only bad, really, if you're like behind or something. Or they have like some kind of hard CC. But overall on set, why do you say I don't want to go like something like a trans? Because it's just, first of all, it's more expensive than Jotuns, and also it barely surpasses Jotuns in damage. Barely. Like at some instance in the late game, it'll surpass it. But for the most part, Jotuns is going to be stronger at most stages of the game, which is why, and far stronger early game, which is why I just go the Jotuns and not something like trans. A lot of people don't remember, like there was an instance in the meta, you know, like I want to say, I don't remember what season, maybe last season, right, where we would go Crusher, then Jotuns third, or Erendite third. And people don't quite remember that Jotuns used to give 10 less power, which how significant that is in terms of like power spikes and, you know, like cost, because there's a cost, right? If I go trans versus Jotuns, there definitely is a cost. This guy's chasing me. He's probably looking all at me, which honestly, like, bring it, dog. I'm not really scared at all. Like, so if you guys want to full commit to me and ult to me, go ahead. Look right here, make sure they're not trying to invade my, they really get nothing out of being here. Most they could get a Pyromancer, which honestly I'm fully comfortable giving that up. My next option here is to get a Magi's. Now what this Magi's does for me, and not only in this composition, into this composition, but I generally go Magi's a lot on set, because you don't want to get disturbed when you ult. Getting disturbed by CC, whether even if you have beads, you know, like getting disturbed, you could get disturbed twice in the rotation of your ultimate, means you're gonna get less heal off, less damage, especially the heal factor, right, and the damage factor. So like the Magi is just not getting disturbed allows you to do more damage in a fight and get more heals, more survivability, gives you more health for that mitigations, because like typically you're gonna go in, you know, when you're full committing in a fight, you're gonna get that 3 popped for most of your ultimate, right? And having the extra health just means you're gonna be more tanky with that 3 popped, because it makes you take less physical damage. That guy should die here. Yep. I love Set into Yanis for that reason. If you build him correctly, that is. I don't get why people build stone cutting on Set, because you're not guaranteed the damage from stone cutting on the entire team. For one, you're not guaranteed any burst. You have to stack it a little bit. It does have strong potential to gank the solo lane for sure, but I don't think that's what Set is only designed to do. So looking around a little bit right here, he's in spirit form, so like, you know, if I wanted to dive him under that Phoenix, it'll be pretty difficult. I could probably get him, but it's not really worth it at all, because I'd have to probably expend my Aegis and my beads, and I'm only down to 1 clone. So I'm gonna explain that to you, why I don't like do a tower dive in a situation like that. So we're gonna take a quick pause here. I'm probably gonna pause the video until the pause actually overs, but we're gonna also go over some, I can only see the store. So Crusher, Jotuns, Bloodforge, Magi's. What situation would I not go this? The Crusher first is almost always going to be core for me. There are maybe some options where I want to go Jotuns first, but 90% of the time I'm going to say it's always safe to go Crusher first. It doesn't matter if the other team has anti-heal, in my opinion. If the other team has anti-heal, or like, I'm sorry, if the other team has a lot of healing, like to the point, I could go the beat stick either second or third. But always I want the Crusher first, and then I want the Jotun second. Doesn't matter what composition, because the Crusher first on set offers you so much burst that I don't care how valuable anti-heal is. Very few situations where I want that beat stick in front of it. I want that attack speed. I want that base Crusher damage, that insane clear out of it, that attack speed for my ultimate. And I want that cooldown for my ultimate, for my 1 in my ultimate, for my 3 in the jungle when I farm. And then if I need a beat stick, I'll get a third. If not, then I'm getting a shifters, because I want to be a little bit tanky on set, right? I'm going to go in most of the time, you know, like blink in or 3 in, use my 1, and then ult. I want that first initial 1 to have that power from the shifters. Then when I ult in, right, anytime I'm healing up in my ult, if I'm charging over 75%, I'm going to have insane burst. If I'm getting low, then I'm going to get tanky and still fight and still do damage from that Crusher regardless if my power falls. Crusher does damage regardless. It has a high base damage. It stays pretty relevant at that stage of the game. And then after that, and if I don't need it, if I'm snowballing or something, I could definitely go a Blood Forge in that position. I have the cooldown, I have the damage, and then I could get that shield from the Blood Forge and find value through that. If I don't need the Blood Forge, if I don't need anti-heal, then I'm going Magi's. Then most likely, especially if the composition has like very high CC, let's say an Erlang Shen or something. Bam. I almost got my teleport off. But I misplayed there. Definitely, they committed a lot onto me. So regardless, even if there was some minor misplays, which, you know, any minor misplays I'll consider a misplay on my part. I really want to like perfect my gameplay, and I think if you want to get good, that's what you should go for. So after this, my options for items are getting a mantle, which you can say, why don't you just go like more damage, Heartseeker? I have more than enough damage in my kit right now to not really worry about that, so I'm not gonna go that. But I'm not gonna get upgraded eye. I could. So my options here are getting upgraded Eye of the Jungle, which gives me 55 power, 35 protection, 25% attack speed. Like, compare that to the Crusher, right? Crushers give me 25 less power, 20% attack speed, 15% physical penetration. So I have two options. I could sell the Eye if I want to keep that Crusher damage, which the nice thing about Crusher damage is it's gonna proc regardless of if you have, like, so say I hit the 2 or the 3 on one instance of a minion. It has this more burst, right? Because like it doesn't require me to have the whole instance of an ability hit for that Crusher damage to kind of go through. But and also has penetration, something that Eye doesn't. So in terms of damage, it's higher than Eye. Maybe in some situations Eye could exceed it in the jungle. But my other option is to upgrade Eye and then sell Crusher for whatchamacallit, Heartseeker, which Heartseeker is going to be a lot once I get that Eye online, because it scales with your power. I'm going to hit that guy. I think I just popped his wing blade, so I'm going to dip. And honestly, I think that's going to be my best I'm going to get that. Kill him. Nice stuff. And we should be able to siege, even though I wanted to back right here, so it doesn't really matter. one thing, if I get the Eye of the Jungle, which is going to be 45 power on top of the Eye right now base, right? I'm not sure if I'm getting any power from any other sources right now. I don't think I am. We can possibly end right here because all they have is the Apollo and the Yanis, which isn't a lot of damage, right? So the Apollo is level 20. I can't really burst him, even if I ult right here, even if I, because he has Aegis on top of that. He'd have to get out of position to the point where I could chase him, and I'd probably have to get my ult up for the movement speed, because when he dashes, he does get that movement speed, right? So our best option here is just to get every Phoenix. Thana is coming up in 5 seconds. I'm going to just teleport away and dip, and I'm back. Instead of getting Eye of the Jungle, I'm going to get Protect Seer of the Jungle. This gives you a little buff to jungle monsters and jungle bosses, which is nice. I'm going to sell this for Heartseeker. Right, and I'm going to sell my just 2 of my wards, unfortunately, for a 500 pop. And that's going to let me cap on cooldown. I'm sitting at 290 power. If I get the Fire Giant, that's going to be nice for that Crusher damage. I'm sorry, for that Heartseeker damage, because you want to get as close to 400 power as you can. So my next bet is going to go for a 3k pot, which I want next. I'm possibly going to go for this Fire Giant here, and I'm going to wait for them to tank it. Once they do get on it, I'm going to pretty much, I think, kill all of them. I'm going to go on the Apollo for sure. I'm going to wait till this Yanis kind of... Yeah. I could have possibly stole fire, so... I was able to kill the Thana. I honestly just expected him to die much quicker. I'm looking at his build right now. Holy shit. God damn, I have no idea why it took so long to kill him. That is insane to me. Looking at the recent damage dealt. Apparently there's none on the Thana. Recent damage taken. Took a lot of auto attack damage from the Apollo, about 840. Got hit by an unstable vortex and a soul gem proc, and I got hit by the ult for Yanis. That's really unfortunate. I could have sold that fire. I could have just got off him, but I thought it's really important to kill that guy, because if I kill him, then I reset the Bloodforge proc and I can't really get executed. And I could possibly just mow down the rest of the team. It was either him or the Apollo that I was going to go for. And he's also like full burst. So that's why I went for him first. And all I really have to do is either worry about his ult, or worry about his scythe, or worry about his blink. I'm sorry, his ult. So if I'm on him, he's not going to ult, because I'm going to just burst him with all my clones that are spawned. If I go on him, I have an Aegis, which I popped for his scythe. So that's going to be kills right here. Back up, back step real quick. We can still siege even though they have Fire Giant. I'm gonna go for this mid Phoenix and just guarantee this victory for us. I'm gonna back up just a little bit. Nice. Ooh. Okay, so nice. Probably gonna look for this Yanis real quick. Don't want him to snipe this FG. There he is. Whether I'm probably not gonna kill him, but I could just keep him at bay. There he is right there. Zone him. Mm-hmm. Now we just gotta wait for all the minions to push in, and it should be game. If I wouldn't mess this up, I do have ult. Thana's up. Yana should not have ult for just a little bit. Okay, that's his blink. I messed up right there. Back up just a little bit. That kill. Oh crap. Grabbing this heal, just sitting here for a little bit. Grab him. Grab him. GG. So appreciate you guys for watching. If you like the video,